Recording in progress. Hello, everybody. Good evening. So one of the bosses out there, do you want to say something to begin?
Coach Danny, you would like to start?
Oke.
Coach Danny mau mulai?
Ya. Ini semuanya kan dari orang Indonesia semuanya kan?
Yes.
Oke, jadi kita andasnya pakai bahasa Indonesia dulu ya, Ryan ya.
Okay, Ryan, we will start with Indonesian language first.
So that I can learn Indonesian language.
Oke, selamat malam teman-teman semuanya. Hari ini kita punya kedatangan star ya, star dari Akses, salah satunya Yanti ya. Dia seorang CF ya, yang 10 tahun udah di Akses ya, dan dia sudah banyak banget ya memfasilitasi banyak orang, dan kita beruntung banget ya dengan kehadiran Yanti membahas sesuatu tentang apa nih, kayaknya tentang X-Men ya kalian ya. Kita discuss atau kita sharing about X-Men, maybe Ryan?
We can talk about anything. Talk about anything that you want and anything that makes you happy.
Okay, state is yours. Silakan Ryan.
Ryan, Ryan's.
I understand everything he said, so. So hello everybody, good to see you all again. And I don't know how many times I have pop up in Fena's program, or Fena, Danny, and I think Intan, Maria, right? So well, good evening. And so tonight we are going to use access consciousness tools and clearings to create more changes and more ease in your life as usual. And I hope that's why you are here. And I hope you desire more freedom and more ease in your life. So one of the things that won't allow us to truly have ease and have freedom in our life is that we keep comparing ourselves with other people. How many of you do that? I certainly did a lot, and occasionally still do. How many of you do that a lot? Yeah. So so now if you look at this behavior, does it really work for you? Comparing yourself nonstop with other people.
No.
Does it? Yeah, no. Has it ever worked for you? The answer would be no. Okay, so now here's the funny part. So this is something that have never worked for you, but we all keep doing. So strange, right? So why is it that we bought into the idea that there should be a right way to live our life, a right way to create our life, a right way to function in this reality or in this society and with other people? Okay, so yeah, someone say it's a habit. Yeah, from our ancestors, yes and no. It's a lot to do with judgment. Okay, so we live in a crazy world. Okay, I think we all have to acknowledge this first. We live in a crazy world. Okay, if you don't think this world is crazy, I don't know where you are from. Maybe your first day on planet Earth. Okay, so we live on a crazy world that there are so many judgments. Judgments are everywhere. And we somehow got this idea that if we could be like other people, then other people would accept us and other people won't judge us. Okay, I will say that's one of the main reasons why we keep comparing ourselves with other people, because we want to find out what's the right way to do things. Okay, and why do you need to compare yourself with other people and non-stop referencing to other people to find out how to create your life? It's because you are very, very different. You are freaking different. Okay, so but this is so planet Earth is a place that when you are so different, very often your differences are not being appreciated. Your differences are often being judged as wrong. Okay, so for example, let's say if you come from a bigger family. So there are some other people in your family, let's say a few siblings. And usually you are the weirdest one. Okay, so you are so different. And then when you are so different, your parents would look at you like, why are you so different? They might say it out loud or they might not say it, but they will just project at you like, why are you so different? Why are you not like other people? Why are you not like the neighbor's kid? Right? So we constantly receive judgments that your difference somehow is a wrongness. Okay, so this is actually something that only exists in humans' world. If you look at nature, everything, every animal, every plant, they are all different. Okay, they are all different, and nothing will try to be the same like another thing, another animal, or another plant. Okay, so see, that's why when you go to nature, you feel this sense of ease. You're like, oh, okay, there's no comparison here. There's no judgment here. There's no always like cross judging, like, oh, you are this way, I'm this way, I shouldn't be this way, you shouldn't be this way, what's right, what's wrong, what's right, what's wrong. Okay, but if you look at your life in our society, in the city, this is what is happening. Okay, so what I'm going to propose to you is, what if none of your differences are wrong ever? Okay, so I hope that's why you are here, because we judge ourselves enough and other people also judge us. But so many of us, we act like we are affected by other people's judgment. Okay, but that is actually not entirely true, because even when other people are not judging you, well, let me put it this way, even when other people are not judging you, you are judging you. And if you are not judging you, other people's judgments have no power over you. Okay, it's only when you judge you first, then other people judging you could somehow trigger your reaction, make you feel hurt, make you feel bad. Okay, but if you don't judge you, you'll be like, yeah, I'm just this way. Yeah, I'm this way. There's nothing wrong about it. So where and when and from whom, where and when and from whom did you first learn that you should be the same like other people, like everyone else? Okay, can you get this energy? Long time ago. Okay, and I said 2-year-old, or maybe today. It's not even 2-year-old, it's more like today. Okay, so where and when and from whom did you first learn that you should be like other people? Okay, so that's so with that point of view in place, whenever you are not like other people, you will judge you. You're like, oh my God, I'm not like someone else. I'm not like that person. I'm not like that person. Okay, if I could be like those people, maybe they will accept me. Maybe I wouldn't be seen as wrong. I wouldn't be seen as bad. Okay, so everything that brings up, wow, all this endless of comparisons, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Oh, by the way, let's make this more fun for all of us, or at least for me. Feel free to ask your question. Feel free to ask your question out loud or type it, okay? Instead of you are just like, okay, tell me what to do. I need to be a good student because everyone else not asking question, so I better don't ask question. Okay, you can be the annoying one that asks a lot of questions. This is access class, not the usual class. The usual class, the teacher will be like, why are you asking so many questions? Can you please shut up? Can you please don't ask questions that are so difficult for me to answer? Okay, so this class is different for those of you that are very different. Okay, so and one thing that I would appreciate is maybe you can raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. In Zoom, there's a function for you to raise your hand. So, oh, we got one hand immediately. All right, so let's go to the question. Adi, hello.
Hello, Ryan. First of all, I want to know why you are in Access from the beginning. And the second, maybe if once you're in the Access, yeah. So what's happening when you first started? Because many things very different, yeah, very different among us, or we look at ourselves that we are, oh, now why I'm so different.
Okay.
Now the question is how you deal with that. Thank you.
Cool. You're very welcome. I love your question. So story time, everyone. Bedtime story. So why am I in Access since 10 years ago? And then some of you will be like, how can he do the same thing for 10 years? So I have been learning all these strange things. Let's call it strange thing. Okay. So I've been learning a lot of strange things since when I was about 18. Okay. Well, actually way before that, but when I first really got interested in learning all these things to change my life, to help people to change their lives, that was when I was 18, and that's like 3 years ago. I'm now 21. No, that's wrong count. Okay, never mind. So everything that doesn't allow you to laugh at that, I pretend to be laughing so that I feel good. Okay, so never mind. Okay, so when I was about 18, I felt so wrong in my entire life. Okay, and I believe a lot of you feel that to whatever degree. And so one day I look at the newspaper and then I saw an advertisement. There was a class about hypnotherapy. And then so the advertisement showed that, oh, if you learn hypnotherapy, you could improve this, you could improve this, you could improve, let's say, your memory, your learning skill, your communication, your self-confidence, your health, your concentration, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. I'm wrong in every area of my life. I need it all. I need to fix me. Seriously, I need some fixing. How many of you kind of like, yes, I feel that to some degree, maybe not as much as you, but I can feel that. Okay, so I saw that. I was like, okay, I would like to know more about this. So I went to attend a 5-day class. And at the time, it was quite expensive. Can you imagine like someone just 18-year-old, like, I don't even know how I got those money. I don't know, but I paid for that class. I attended the class and my life started changing. Okay, but it didn't really give me what I was looking for. Okay, and I think some of you also have questions, but hold on. Okay, so after I learned hypnotherapy, and then I got really interested in all these things because I could see people change like very quickly, very like amazing. So I got really interested in this. So I started to read a lot of books, attend a lot of classes, and then more classes, and then do different things like NLP and so on and so forth, and some other energy healing things, blah, blah, blah. So that was how I first got interested in all these things. And that is, okay, so that is one thing that is different about me. Okay, so a lot of you here, you are, okay, if you compare you with people around you, you are one of those that actually spend more time and maybe money and energy to learn something. Okay, you read some self-help book. Okay, so, or attend some classes, whether free classes or paid classes. And then there are a lot of people around you that they have absolutely no desire to learn anything. You tell them like, hey, this is something so cool. It helps so many people. It also helped my life. Do you want to try that? Yeah, they will tell you, no, not interested. Or maybe they will just give you an excuse like, oh, I don't have money for that. I don't have time for that. Or maybe they even make you wrong. They'll be like, why are you trying to like do something so different? Why are you wasting your money on something like this? Why can't you just accept life as it is? Everyone have pain and suffering and stress and unhappiness. Like you should too. Why do you try to get rid of your stress and unhappiness? Okay, so a lot of people function that way. They don't desire that much change. And for people like us, okay, we are like, oh, this is possible. I would like to learn that. I would like to know that this is possible. I would like to get to know more about that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm always this strange since very young. And then, so after that, I became a trainer for a few things like hypnotherapy, NLP, and some other things. So I help a lot of people create changes in their life, but my own life, I was still not happy. Okay, so that kept me searching. So I was like, okay, there should be something else. There should be something else. Okay, why is it that like I still have so many problems? I could help so many people to create changes, but I could never really help myself. Okay, so how many of you have something similar? If you don't have, that's great. Okay, if you happen to have something similar, like I cannot help myself, I can help many other people, but I cannot help myself, will you please destroy and uncreate? So this is where we will use the clearing statement. If you are not familiar with Access, will you please destroy and create everywhere that you are stuck in this place that you cannot contribute to yourself and you cannot receive contribution from yourself to create the change you desire. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, well, I'm not the only one. There are a few of you with that as well. Let me run that again. So how many of you feel like helping yourself is the hardest thing? I'm the one that has the most problem. Other people have problem, yes, I understand, but I have the most serious problem. My problems are the hardest to deal with, hardest to change. I've tried so many things under the sun. I learned everything I could. I went to all different coaches, blah, 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 but still couldn't change that much. Okay, so everywhere that you got stuck in this pattern, will you please destroy and create it all and free yourself from that? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow, okay. So I said wow because I could feel the energy like and start to unlock and then release. So that was my beginning. And then so because of I kept searching, and then one day I found this strange thing called access consciousness. The reason, okay, it's not really that I found access consciousness. It's actually also access consciousness found me. It's also access consciousness that found you. Okay, access consciousness is constantly looking for people like you, that you know something else should be possible. You are not satisfied with how this world currently functions. Okay, so if you look at your life, you're always the one that knows something else should be different. Even though before you learn any of these things, okay, you look at someone do something in their life, you'll be like, why are they doing it this way? Why can't they do it this way? If they do it this way, it will be faster, it will be greater, it will be easier. But how come no one ever thought about that? Okay, so sorry.
No, it's just like I just mute someone.
Okay, so yeah, you know something else should be possible, but because of other people cannot, well, I wouldn't say cannot, but other people somehow are not interested in something different, or they maybe some like really cannot. So you feel like, am I wrong? Because I desire so much, I demand so much, I keep thinking of something else. Am I wrong? Am I bad? Am I terrible? Okay, so you always think that you being so different and you desiring more is somehow a problem, somehow a wrongness. So you keep thinking that if I could be just like other people, maybe I will be happier. So this goes back to the topic that we talked about earlier about comparison, about comparing with other people. So that was my beginning. And after I found access, and at that time, I was so stuck in my mind. I was so much thinking, thinking and make myself so crazy, so crazy, so crazy, and so crazy, and so crazy. And how many of you do that as well? You'll be like think, 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 and then you're like, after I've been thinking nonstop, I still haven't found a solution to solve my problem. But now I feel I'm even crazier than before. Okay, thinking cannot solve your problem. Okay, thinking cannot solve your problem. It will only make you go really crazy, because if thinking could solve your problem, you would have solved your problem. So how many of you believe, well, okay, so I will tell you my story, and at the same time, if I feel like there is some energy that you have, when I say energy, I mean the limitation that you might have that is similar to what I just talked about, I will clear the energy, okay? So everywhere that you believe thinking will make you right, you know, people tell you, you better think before you talk. You better think before you do. Think enough so that you won't do something wrong. Okay, or maybe family will judge you, will tell you like, you better think twice, okay, before you do something, okay, so that you don't bring shame to the family. So everywhere that you believe thinking will make you right, thinking will get you out of trouble, thinking will solve your problem, even though it never worked, but you just keep thinking, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and thought. Oh, nice shots, boys and girls. Oh, someone said yes, thank you. So at least I know I'm not talking to the air. I can see someone replying to me. Okay, so so that was me in the very beginning. And with things like consciousness, energy, awareness, how can you ever use your mind to try to figure it out? You can't. Okay, but I tried really hard. So but luckily I found Access Bars, and then I didn't quite know what it was at the, I'm sure most of you, if you have learned bars, you'll be like, this is so cool, but I don't really know what it is. So but I kept doing, I just kept practicing, keep doing, and then I saw people change, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. I just need to put my fingers on someone's head and then to run the bar session, and like without trying to solve the problem with my mind. Okay, and then that person changed, like miracles happen. The first time when a miracle happened, my mind, my crazy thinking mind would be like, oh, that is coincidence. Okay, but after all these years, I've seen so many magic, so many miracles. I'm like, yes, I know. Just because of you, if you are willing to receive more possibilities, receive more miracles, it can happen. Okay, so by receiving bars, and then finally, okay, I don't know after how many sessions, I'm less in my mind. I'm still quite a lot in my mind, but if you compare that with me 10 years ago, I was like so crazy. Okay, everything is, I have to judge everything, I have to analyze everything, try to get everything right or even perfect. And I was so much a perfectionist in the beginning. Oh, speaking of perfectionist, if you're a perfectionist, you know how hard it is to live your life. Okay, so that's a story for another time. So eventually I'm become more and more aware of energy. I'm less judging, so of course I get happier and happier, and my life starts to change. Okay, so I had a lot of problems in the past, like money problem, blah blah blah, and they change. Okay, so, and I also seen a lot of people change, and this is what I really like to do. So this is something that I don't know, like I enjoy it so much, I will just keep doing. So I keep doing it, and I also attend a lot of classes myself to keep changing. So one thing about me that is different is I won't stop when there is no problem. I look for more possibilities. Okay, a lot of people, when they have problems, they look for the solution to solve their pain, solve their problems. When they are out of problem, they don't feel uncomfortable anymore, they stop. Okay, so for example, let's say someone come to you with sleeping difficulty. Someone come to you, hey, you learn Access Bars. Oh, I heard that it can help with sleeping problem. I have sleeping problem. Can you help me? So you give them a bus session, you run their bus. And then after you run the bus, and then they're like, oh, thank you for the bus session. Now I can sleep better. Bye. And then in your mind, you'll be like, oh, what do you mean bye? Like, if I were you, if I found something so cool that changed my life, like in one session, I would like to know more. Right? But a lot of people will be like, okay, now I don't have pain, I don't have problem anymore. Bye. Okay. So I'm this kind of person that I always desire more. I'm like, oh wow, I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more. I don't need to solve my problem, but I would love to be more magical. I would like to be even happier. I'm happy now, but I want to be happier. Okay. I'm creative. I want to be even more creative. Okay. Now I can contribute to people. I want to be even more contribution to more people at larger scale. Okay. So I have this continuous desire for more that is strange. So, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Okay, there are a lot of you here have that as well. That's why something like access consciousness attract you. Okay, and that's so to answer the question like why I can do access like for so long, because my life keeps on changing, getting greater, and I keep discovering new possibilities. And when I get greater, I could facilitate classes, I could facilitate session easier, faster. So that's my story. Okay, so well, I don't know what else I can say about that.
Okay, Ryan.
Yes, hi, Intan Maria.
Yeah, how about friend? Do you have another friend when you access, or there's many friends leave you?
What do you mean leave me? Like they go away?
Yeah, because when we learn about
Yay, they are
access,
gone. Yay,
it's
they are gone.
different.
Okay, so I have some weird friends. Okay, we all have weird friends. Okay, and you also have friends that desire more. So my friends, okay, so in the past I have more friends, and then but so as I keep changing, some friends just naturally disappear. The reason why they disappear is not because of I upset them or I like disappoint them, but because of I change so much that they don't know how to judge me. I no longer fit into any of their expectation of me. Okay, so when you change so much and then suddenly you have people that not contacting you anymore, please don't feel wrong. Take that as a positive acknowledgement that you are changing. Okay, but a lot of us, because of we have this tendency to judge ourselves a lot. When some friends, so-called friends, they disappear, we feel wrong. We feel like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, did I upset this friend? So a lot of my friends, they are still my friends, but we just don't contact each other that much. One of the main reasons would be we don't share similar interests or conversation anymore. Okay, most friends, when they are hanging out together, what do? Judge something else, judge someone else, gossip, talk crap, spread negativity to each other. Oh my God, my husband is cheating on me. And then another person said, that's not all, my husband is cheating on me and stole my money. So people spread negativity to each other to maintain connection. Can you imagine this? So if you have friends that they talk about their life problems, like, oh my God, I think I'm going to lose my job. Oh my God, COVID, blah, 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 lockdown, blah, 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 vaccine, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, I'm happy. People look at you like, you are strange and weird. Let's not talk anymore. Okay. So a lot of us, we are so not willing to upset those people. We are so not willing to lose those people. So that actually limit how much change we can have. Okay. So I'm not in contact with those friends anymore, because when I see them, I feel like I'm really bored with whatever you are talking about. You all just keep scolding the government, like as if government makes your life horrible, miserable. And then I'm like, I cannot, like, I'm not willing to spend my time, like waste my time this way. Okay, so my friends start to change. I have friends, and now I have great friends. I have friends that we truly support each other. I have friends that we care about each other. I have friends that, like, for example, like Fana, right? We talk about creation, and then when I need help, I ask her, and then when she needs help, she can ask me. So I have friends like this, and to me, I would say this is way more important. Okay, rather than having a lot of friends but when you need help, everyone's like, I'm too busy, but I'm too busy and you're too weird. But okay, so on the surface, it looks like I pick my friend carefully, but no, it's not exactly about that. It's about I care about my life. Okay, when I care about my life so much, I'm not willing to waste my time with people that will not be a contribution to my life, and I cannot be a contribution to them. Okay, so if you do more access, you become weirder and weirder, and at the same time greater and greater. Please know you will have people that go away from you, and you will also have new friends that come and play with you, co-create with you, and well, that is something that I would say is something good, something positive.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that excite you all, or does that like make you all like, no, I don't want to lose any of my friends? Okay, so I can feel that as some of you here are holding on to some people, like you are so not willing to lose them. Okay, let me explain this clearly. It's not that I tell them, fuck off, go away, let's not be friends anymore. I never do that. But it's because of I change and my focus has shifted from talking crap with my friends into like, oh, what can I create today? How can I contribute to this world? Okay, so naturally, some people will just go away. Okay, so who are those people in your life that you are so afraid that you would lose them, that it never gives you any freedom to be you and never gives you any freedom to choose more and create more for you? Everything that brings up, well, connect with those energy. Let's destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Let me do that again. That has a lot of energy. So who are those people that you are so afraid to lose, and that never gives you any freedom to be you and never have any freedom to choose more, to create more for you? Meaning you care about them more than you care about you. Okay, how many of you care so much about other people, but if I ask you, when was the last time you care about you, you'll be like, 10 million years ago. So everything that brings up, everywhere that you have this lack of self-caring in your work, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, power and pot, all 9 shots, points and beyonds. Okay, so be willing to let people go. Maybe when they go away, they found something else more interesting for them, and you find something else more interesting for you too. Okay, so don't look at that as if something is wrong.
Yes. Okay, Ryan. There is Pak Uche, raise hand.
Is that what?
Pak Uche.
Uche, Georges, Uche, raise hand. You want to ask the question, Pak Uche?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Ryan.
Hello. How do I say your name?
Calling me Uche.
Uche. Okay, Uche.
Yes.
Okay.
You can call him Faster.
Yes. I was sent to a kind of dormitory. We call it asrama. Yeah.
Okay.
I am from Flores. When I was very, 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 very young, when I was 11 years young, I was sent there. And I went through the time of a kind of
Well, maybe you can speak in
group.
Bahasa and Fena can help translate if that's
Yeah,
easier.
Ya, jadi itu a group of boys. Jadi all of us boys, almost through 200 people, 200
Okay.
boys in one ashram. You can imagine. I feel very, very comfortable with that kind of friends.
Mhm.
No difference, no difference. We are always in apa ini seragam. We are always in uniform until I was 40. Imagine 11 until I am 40 now, more than 40. Yeah, jadi 40 years I was like that. And then until one day, I feel that I am uncomfortable without women.
Okay.
So I get married.
Okay.
But I feel guilty because of that.
Guilty about what?
To get married.
Okay.
Now, when I know about access, and then that is okay. Now I feel comfortable about that. But another problem is coming now. When I am in access, that's okay. But when I go to the masyarakat, social living community,
Okay.
and then I feel weird. Why is
Okay.
that so? Why is that so?
Okay, cool. I love this question. Cool. All right. Well, there are a few things here. Let me see, where should I start? Okay, let me start with the guilt thing. Okay, so guilt is something that is not real, but it's an implanted pattern, it's an implanted program to keep us stuck in the past. Okay, if someone can make you feel guilty, like for example, judging you enough to make you agree that you are wrong, then you will be stuck in the past. Okay, so a lot of people, they are stuck in something that they did or they didn't do in the past, and that can be a very destructive pattern because it wastes all your energy, it locks you in the past and never be present and never choose something different and never create your future. Okay, so in order to clear this, we have to clear the distractor implant. Okay, so we call it distractor implant because it distracts you from your life. So everyone, so let's do this as a group. So what is it that you have decided is definitely wrong, bad, and terrible about you based on what you have done or not done, regardless of how many years ago was that? Okay, whoa, everything that brings up all the judgments and all the guilty feeling and all the distractor implants of guilt that keeps you stuck in the past, living in the past, trying to fix the mistake, the wrongness, and never be present to create your life. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all 9 short boys and beyonds. That has a lot of energy, way more than I thought. So what is it that you have done that, well, this is something different, not exactly what Uche talked about, but I can feel this energy in some of your universe in your life. What is it that you have done that you will never forgive you? Wow, that keeps you in that guilt. Okay, that has a lot. Let it all come out. You don't have to hold on to them. You don't have to hide them. It's time to let them out so that we clear them. Okay, everything that is times a godzillion, we will now please destroy and create all of that, and including all the distractor implants of guilt. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and pot, all 9 short boys and beyonds. What is it that you have done what is it that you have done or not done that you will not forgive yourself for that, regardless of how long ago that was? Everything that brings out all the self-judgments and all the Distractor implants creating all the guilt, keeping you locked in the past. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Still a lot. I never expected it would be that much, but let's keep going for a few more times. Okay, everyone, okay, let's be honest with yourself. Okay, you don't have to be honest with me, but you have to be honest with yourself. How much do you love judging you? How much do you love making you wrong, believing you are wrong? Okay, you're like, I don't want to feel that way anymore, but you keep doing it. It's an unconscious love for self-judgment. Okay, because we believe that if you could make you wrong, you know where you are wrong, then you can fix it, then you are not wrong. Okay, so actually, if you would like to change something, you just choose to change. You can choose to change right away without judging. Okay, but we somehow have this idea that I need to know where I'm wrong, then only I know what else I should choose so that I wouldn't be wrong. Okay, so everywhere that you are in this, hold on, give me 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Laundry.
I'm back. It's so funny. The hotel always send my laundry back to me at the time when I am doing a Zoom class. It happens every night. Okay, regardless of when I start the class. If I start the class at 8, they will send it by 8 something. If I start my class at 9, they will send it at 9 something. Very interesting. All right. So everywhere, back to what we were talking about. So everywhere that you believe you need to judge you, make you wrong, then only you can change. But the end result is you just keep judging you and you're not changing. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere that you believe self-judgment is required in order for you to be a better person, to be a greater person, to finally find your true self. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, that quite heavy. And so if you believe in all these lies that make you keep judging you and make you feel wrong and feel guilty, you will be like, I know I can let them go, but I'm not willing to let them go. I need to hold on to them, because if I let them all go, can you imagine this? Like, if I don't know where else I'm wrong, you'll be like, then I don't know where else I can be better, where else I can be greater. I have no clue anymore. Okay, this is such a big lie of this reality. Okay, so everywhere that you function from that way, you bought into the idea that self-judgment has any value at all. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool, that changed something. It just suddenly like unlocked something. Anyone feeling lighter? Do you feel like?
Yeah, I feel it. Something.
Cool. Awesome. So
Thank
now
you.
let's go back. You're very welcome. I'm not done yet. it's that lightness is not enough for me. I look for more. Okay, so now let's go back to that thing. So whatever that you have done in the past or you didn't do, that you are still judging you and you are still feeling bad, you're still feeling wrong, you're still feeling guilty, and you will not forgive you. All the unforgivable mistake that you are holding on to punish yourself, to stop you from creating your future, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, cool. So whenever you find yourself judging you, number one, talk and pot all that, stop that. Okay, at first it might not be that easy because sometimes we are so addicted to self-judgment. Okay, so if you catch yourself like judging, you'll be like, okay, stop. Okay, I know I really want to make me wrong, but stop. Okay, I'll be like, Ryan, stop judging, talk and pot. Okay, so that's number one. And if you happen to feel guilty, talk and pot the distractor implant creating the guilt. Okay, so that's number two. And then, what else did you talk about just now that I cannot recall now?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yes.
How
Yes.
about fear? Fear to change.
Okay, is that real? Do you really have fear to change?
Yes. What
Oh,
is
you are
that?
so good at lying. You are so good at
Okay.
lying.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Uche, I'll come back to your other question if I can remember. Okay, but we are not done yet. But so, do you have fear to change, or are you excited to change? Which one feel lighter to you? Fear to change or excited to change? Which one?
Excited, but there's feel strange about change.
Of course. Okay, so when you are fearful and when you're excited, in your body, physiologically, it feels the same. It's the same feeling that we attach different label. Okay, so Gary is the founder of Access. Okay, Gary talked about this when he was a little boy. So his parent brought him to the theme park. You know, when kids go to the theme park, kids are never afraid. They'll be like, yay, I'm going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so they see the roller coaster, they see everything, they'll be like, oh my god, okay, I cannot wait to get on that thing. And what would the parents say, or the adults? Okay, don't be afraid. Okay, it will be all right, don't be afraid. So kids are excited. The adults tell the kid, don't be afraid, because the adults are afraid. So people, right? So the kids will now learn that, oh, okay, whatever that I'm feeling right now, this is called fear. I should be afraid of those things. Okay, so fear is based on a lot of lies, and it's also actually a distractor implant, just like guilt. And now, everyone, let me ask you this. Think about an emergency situation. During an emergency situation, at that time, did you have fear, or were you one of those that like most calm and capable of dealing with things and solve the problem? When other people were panicked, not sure what to do, did you get panicked just like everyone else, or did you suddenly like, okay, I know what to do, okay, you shut up, you listen to me, you do this, you do that? Okay, someone said also get panic. Well, you get so-called panic because you perceive those people like they are feeling panic. Okay, so here's how it goes. You know what to do. Other people, they are like completely like give up. They don't know what to do, or they try to be helpful, but they are not helpful. And so you perceive their emotion, their feeling, and then you think it's yours. You know, it's like, let's use a different example that would be easier for you to understand. So let's say you are now in a good mood, you are feeling happy, and then you meet with someone that is very judgmental, full of complaint, complain about everyone else and life and government and everything. Okay, complain about weather as well, complain about God, complain about planet Earth, blah blah blah. So when you are with someone like that, suddenly you feel like my happiness is gone, my happiness just disappeared. What happened? Okay, you perceive someone else's feeling and emotion and thought and judgment, and you think it's yours. Okay, so that's what happened. And after, so let's go back to the fear thing. After the incident, when you recall back, you feel like, oh my God, that was so scary, that I was so fearful. You start to say like, oh, that was so scary, to make you feel normal. Because if you say, I have no fear, I don't know why you all have fear. That was not scary. Okay, everyone look at you like, you are so not human. How many of you invented those feelings like fear, anxiety, stress, and well, let's go with these three, okay, and whatever else, to make you a normal human, to make you and prove you are a normal human being. Okay, everything that is times a godzillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. I'm good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, points, and beyonds. Okay, so the willingness to be different is very important. If you are willing to be so different, you don't need to create problems to make you feel normal, like, oh, all my friends have problems, so I should have problems. All my friends are not happy, so I should be not happy, or some unhappiness. Okay, so how many problems have you invented for you just to make you more human? Okay, everything that is times a godzillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How many problems have you invented for you to make you more human? Because being different somehow is a wrongness. Okay, everything that is times a godzillion, we will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so so a lot of time when we are excited about something, we think we have fear. We in our mind, we twist that into believing we have fear because that feels more normal. Okay, but if you are like, oh my God, I'm 100% excited about the change, people look at you like, are you human? Okay, so that is what happened. Okay, and well, what else can I tell you? Let's see. Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because I have a few things in my mind. I don't want to lose them. Hold on to your question first, okay? So just now, so she talked about like, but it feels strange. That is perfectly normal. Because when you change, you are being something different and you are doing something different. Okay, when you do something different, of course it will give you a strange feeling. Okay, so okay, let me give you one, maybe a stupid example. Okay, but if you're watching, okay, so if you put both your hands together, okay, like both left and right hands like put together. Okay, so for some people you will have your left thumb on the top. For some people it will be your right thumb on the top. But okay, so now let's switch. Okay, so if you were normally having your left thumb on the top, switch to the right thumb on the top. Okay, hold it, keep holding onto it. How many of you feel like that is so strange? That is so strange. That is so strange. Okay, see, even one simple thing like this, okay, it gives you the feeling like it's so strange. And then if you switch back, you'll be like, oh, okay, now I feel more normal. Okay, notice that? Okay, this is a very stupid thing, not really stupid, but like very tiny minor thing that doesn't affect your life, but you'll be like, just by changing the way you hold your hands, you'll be like, strange. So how often when you feel strange, you just run away. Okay, you are getting the change, but oh my God, that so feels strange, and then you run away. Then you don't get the change. Yeah, whether you call it strange or feeling comfortable or not, that's part of the process of changing. Okay, so you can play with this. Okay, now I can do both, right, without any problem. At first, many years ago, when I first learned this, I'll be like, ah, and then after that, I'm like, okay, now I don't even really remember which one is my natural one. Okay, because it's now both are common and normal to me. So at first it's strange, but if you keep doing it a few more times, it's like, oh yeah, now it's normal. Okay, so don't let uncomfortable feeling or feeling strange to stop you. When you feel that, congratulations, it means you are doing something different. Okay, but a lot of people will be telling you, oh, if you don't feel comfortable, there's something wrong. No, that's not true. Feeling comfortable, yes, it's good to have, but it's not that necessary. Sometimes you need to go through some uncomfortable feeling in order to like get to the change that you desire. Okay, so that's what I can answer you. Okay, now I remember what Uche asked me earlier about. He said, I'm in access, then I feel okay. When I'm with my community, I don't feel okay. Number one, there's no such thing as in access. Access is not a cult. Access is not a religion. Access is just something that you learn to make your life greater. Okay, so because if you say I'm in access, then in your mind they will be like, oh, when am I out of access? Then now I cannot like be that magical anymore. Okay, so there's not access is not something that you can join. I know you attend a class. You attend a class, it's just like you buy a product. There's nothing for you to join. Even if you become a facilitator like me or Fena, it's a business, it's a license. It's okay. So there's nothing for you to join. So now, whatever access is showing us is a different way of living that more honoring of ourselves and more caring for ourselves. And you can be more of you. You don't need to feel wrong just because you are so different or you are very unique. No one else understands you. No one else is like you. Okay, we are actually all different. The problem is a lot of people believe the differences are the wrongness and they hide their differences. Whenever they are so different, people judge them. And then they learn that differences are wrong. And when they see someone else being different, they also judge. Okay, so what if when you see someone being so different, you'll be like, oh yeah, that person is just different. And you see yourself being different, you're like, yeah, I'm just different. What was that? Who said something? I heard someone said something.
Iya, sama aku juga nggak ada.
May I ask?
Sorry, Ryan. Can you unmute your mic?
Who muted me?
Maybe Fena, maybe.
Who muted me? So,
Yes, all mute.
okay,
I think I pressed wrong one.
and I hate me.
Miss Wan want to ask?
All right. So
Miss
who has
Wan?
question next? Please ask.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Miss Wan. Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Thank you, Ryan. But I don't know how to ask my question, but based on your explanation on that, for example, like this, that's why right now I try not to watch TV from my Indonesian channel because they have a lot of many bad news I think this is my opinions. Okay, like that a lot of things like when you heard from the courts, prosecutor, criminal, punishment, that make you happy. Okay. Based on your explanation, maybe we just say that we don't care about it. Okay, that's make us happy. Okay.
Okay.
So we don't have to be care on that. Just try to make us happy, to make myself happy. Okay. But on the other hand, you said that we have to contribute to the other people.
No, I never say we have to contribute to other people. I never say that.
Yeah,
you can contribute by choice, not a necessity. Okay. Go on.
At least we have something for the other people. Okay, in order to make the people have the good energy from us, from ourselves. Okay.
No. Hang on. If you make contribution a necessity, it's not going to be easy for you. It's not going to be that fun for you. Okay. What if contribute or not is totally a choice.
Okay. How about like if you want to contribute to your country, just for example like that, okay? Like punishment, you see that a lot of punishment is not make people happy on that. If you see like what we call that nagging, is that right? Nagging, when wife is nagging to her husband.
What is
nagging? Was the nagging like shouting?
Okay.
Because her husband got drunk, and then her shouting to her husband. Because of that, his behave. Okay, and then he got punished for 1 year because of that.
Okay.
Do you feel it is make you happy to hear that? Of course not. Okay. Then how you to contribute to the country if you just say like okay, I don't care about that, I just make myself happy? That's my question. Thank you, Ryan.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, now by the way, I don't know how long this should be, but I'm happy to go longer. Okay, so based on your question, you actually repeated that a few times, like I have to contribute, like contribute. Okay, so everything that doesn't allow you to have total ease and total choice with contributing on being contribution or not, will you please destroy and create it all? Okay, right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nice shots, boys and girls. Okay, let me explain this part. This is very important. If you feel like only if I can contribute to other people, then that is right, you are not doing a real contribution. You are still contributing, but that's not 100% like really contributing, because what you want to do is to be right. If I don't contribute to anyone or anything, I won't feel wrong. Okay, so get yourself out of that necessity that what is right, contribute is right, contribute to country is right. Okay, whatever is wrong, so I need to contribute. Okay, because when you do that, you are in the no choice. Like I must do this, I must do this. It should be like this. It should be like this. How it should be. Okay, so again, so everything that doesn't allow you to have total ease and total choice and total freedom with being a contribution or not to whoever and whatever, including the country, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nice shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, and you probably need this a few more times to really come out from this necessity pattern. Now, this is a different concept. Helping and contribution are two different things. What you are talking about is trying to help. And helping requires judgment. Contribution would be like, okay, what can I contribute? Is there something that I can contribute? If it's a yes, okay, I contribute. If they are willing, if the other side is willing to receive, then you can contribute. Okay, so contribution comes from this space of ease and also require the other person willing to receive. Helping would be like, this is wrong, what I know is better, let me fix this for you. Okay, whatever that's going on in the country, this is wrong, let's fix this, let me help. Okay, so everywhere that you misidentify and misapply contribution as helping, helping as contribution, will you please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, puff and pot, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. Okay, some of you are following this, some of you are not quite, but please re-listen because this can be quite a mind twisting for some of you. I'm not telling you not to help people, okay? When someone is willing to receive your help, you can help, and that's contribution. How many of you have people that try to help you without you asking? And that person, in the name of helping you, impose on you what they have decided is right, is good, and what you should do. Do you love that or do you hate that? Or do you even judge that and then try to run away? Okay.
I hate that.
Yes, we all hate that. Like you're like, leave me alone. This is my own business. Go mind your own business, right? That's all we will do. But sometimes we are just being polite, like, okay, thank you, no, please. Okay. So sometimes we are polite, but inside you'll be like, go away, please. I didn't ask you for that. Sometimes it could be even opinion. Someone just keep giving you their opinion, like you should do it this way, do it this way, do it that way. And then you're like, I didn't ask you for your opinion, right? So that person try to help, but it's total judgment. Whatever you're doing is wrong. Whatever they have decided is better, they try to force you into it. That is not contribution. Real contribution would be, what is this person willing to receive? What possibilities are available here that I can contribute to? Not what I have decided it should be, it must be, or that's good, that's right, that we should force it. Okay, so now I hope you all start to get some clarity about contribution. So contribution is not just the word we use, it's not just a concept, but it's totally different way of functioning in this world. So when someone come to you with this energy of contributing, you receive, you'll be like, oh yes, I receive because I know this makes my life greater. Okay, so again, whatever you've decided is contribution, that is actually not contribution. Let's destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, puff and pot, all 9 short spoils and beyonds. Okay, so now you also talk about like other people, like wife, husband issues, blah, blah, blah. Do you think you can help those people? How many people, I mean, like not just you, the one that asked this question, like all of us, how many of you try to help so many other people when they are not willing and not ready to receive? Have you ever succeed in helping them? Like almost never. Even if you could succeed, whenever you are not with them, you don't put your energy and attention with them, they go back to what they were before. Okay, so see, change can never be forced, period. Change can never be forced. Okay, but if you truly function from contribution, it will be, can I contribute here? What is available here? Sometimes you even need to be patient, like, okay, this is not the time yet. Okay, I just wait patiently. When you know it's time to contribute, that you can contribute, then you contribute. Okay, so this is a very different way of functioning in this world, that if you function that way, you have more ease yourself. Whoever that you try to contribute to, they have ease as well. Or if you contribute to, let's say, country, well, for me, I would look at country. I don't really care about like country as like Malaysia or Indonesia or something. What if your target is for planet Earth? Okay, regardless of country, regardless of who's the government, like if all of us or more of us every day start our life with like, okay, what contribution can I be to planet Earth today? It's not what must I do to contribute. It's what contribution can I be to planet Earth today? That is a different way to start your day. Judging you, okay, now let's look at this energy. Judging you, is that a contribution to planet Earth? Hell no. Okay. Having the courage to be you, is that a contribution? When you are willing to be you, how many more people can you inspire for them to know that it's okay to be them? You know, for example, let's say you have some strange thing in your life and then you feel like, I might be wrong here. And then you see someone else being totally strange, but that person totally like feel okay with themselves. You'll be like, oh, wow, I wish I can be like that person. That person, like, don't try to prove he is right. The person like has nothing to hide. He is just enjoying his life. I wish I can be like that. Okay, so when that person is not judging himself or herself, willing to be himself or herself, it inspires you. So what if you don't judge you and let that be an inspiration for other people to know being different is not a wrongness. It's not a wrongness, it's not a problem, there's nothing to fix. Everything that doesn't allow that, times a gajillion, will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. The purpose of access is for you to be more of you. I wouldn't say like 100% be you. I don't even know where is the 100%, but every day I'm like, okay, I can be more of me. I can be me with, let's say, like some of us, when you are with yourself, with no other people, you feel like, okay, I can be me. Or when you are with your good friends, you feel like, okay, my friends, they understand me, they accept me, I can be me. But when I'm with stranger, I don't feel like I can be me. Okay, so you see, then this become an area that you can work on so that you're like, okay, when I'm with stranger, I can be me too. Or when I'm with really judgmental people, I can still be me. No matter who I'm with, okay, or with women or with men, I can be me. Okay, so what contribution can you be to planet Earth, to the future planet Earth by judging you less? Everything that doesn't allow that, times a gajillion, will now please destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. That makes you all smile and feeling lighter. You are weird in a nice way. Yes, Danny, do you have something?
Yeah, I have a question. Sometimes we just desire for transform, but when transform for some things, we feel uncomfortable. Okay. The question is, what a different uncomfortable and disease? How about that?
Uncomfortable and disease?
This is, yes.
Well, if you truly choose to have ease, you can have ease with uncomfortable feeling. I can feel really uncomfortable when I change, but I know there's nothing wrong. Okay, so look at this, okay? Let's say me and someone else, both change a lot. The other person, whenever they feel uncomfortable, they feel like, oh my God, I must be doing something terrible, that something must be wrong, so that person don't have ease. For me, I have the awareness that, okay, this is just part of the process. Cool, okay, uncomfortable, all right, no worry, eventually it will pass. Or I can ask, like, what else can I choose so that I like go through this uncomfortable thing like faster, easier, quicker. I don't react to it. I remain my space of ease. Okay, so it's really about like what points of view do you have about uncomfortable feeling? that won't allow you to have ease, feeling uncomfortable.
Okay.
Everything that is times a gajillion. We will now place this try and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, puff and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Okay. So this is some like things like allowance, yeah, Ryan.
This is like what? Alone?
Oh, is like yeah, like allowance, yeah, of kind energy allowance.
You mean
Yeah.
allowance?
Yes.
Allowance? Well, you can be in allowance of uncomfortable feeling. The more allowance you have, the more you won't judge. Okay. So, I don't know what else I can say. Someone said different ease and allowance. Well, they are all together. If you have ease, you have allowance. Like your life just get greater and greater. When you judge, you don't have allowance, and then you also don't have ease.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now I remember. Okay, I would take this as the last question. How about acceptance? Acceptance versus allowance. Allowance is truly having no point of view. Acceptance is I have no choice but to accept it. I don't like it, but I have to accept it.
Okay.
Do you feel the difference?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Allowance is okay. If you want to do this, okay. I have no point of view. Let's do it. Acceptance is like I'm actually not okay, but okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people do acceptance because number one, they don't understand allowance. They're still judging, but they don't want to appear as someone aggressive or bad. You know, sometimes you'll be like, okay, I need to be polite. So, all right, I will not say anything for whatever you are doing. I will just accept it. Okay, so it's so it's a lot of judgment. Like this is not okay, but me getting angry also not okay. All right, accept. Allowance is like truly okay. Cool, do whatever you want to do. Okay, I hope this way of explaining it to you all, you get it.
Yes.
Okay, so meaning if you feel like you are just accepting something, park and pot your judgment about that because you are still judging it.
Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, short, boys and beyond.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Ryan.
Fauci.
All right,
Thank
so
you,
you are very, very welcome. So actually I'm supposed to talk about X-Men, but who cares? Like what I talk about whatever that creates more fun. But I just want to invite you all to my upcoming X-Men class. So I have this class. It's an access specialty class called X-Men, the Undiscovered Possibility. Okay, I'm sorry that I don't have chance to talk about that, but I think whatever I talk about tonight will contribute to you more. But I would like to invite you all to that. So we all have a lot of things that are so different about us that we made so wrong. And when you made it so wrong, you try to eliminate it, you try to hide it, right? You feel like, okay, this part of me is wrong. I hope no one will see it because if other people see it, they will judge me. Okay, so when you judge something about you as wrong, you hide it, you eliminate it, you use your energy against you. And you keep doing that, you have no chance to discover that this is actually a possibility waiting for you to discover and unlock and use it to create your life. So there are a lot of us that are so strange, so different that we call them the X-Men because they are the misfit. You are just so different. You have superpowers that you don't know how to use. Go watch X-Men movie. You understand what I mean. They all started with capacities and abilities that they don't know how to use. And then they feel so wrong. And other people judge them. You are weirdo. Go and hide yourself. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So, but eventually when they realize, oh, this is a superpower, their world change and they can contribute to more people. Okay, so there's this one-day class all about you discovering those things that you think are wrong about you and realizing they are your superpower so that you can have fun being you, enjoying your superpower. It's a one-day class, and then I split that into 2 evenings so that it's easier, because sometimes, you know, like after half day, the other half day you'll be just like, I try to force myself to go through the class because I paid for the class, but I really cannot understand anything anymore. But when it's 2 evening, usually it's easier. You get something and then you integrate that into you, and then the next day you come fresh again, and then you are willing to receive more. Okay, so that's the class that I don't remember the date. Fena, if you know the date.
Tanggal 25 dan 26 November jam 7.30 malam waktu Indonesia.
Okay, so if you're interested, I would love to see you in the class so that I can play with you more and open up more possibilities in your work. All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Ryan, for your sharing tonight and your contribution. Dan teman-teman juga terima kasih atas kehadiran dan kontribusinya. Oke.
Dan
thank you all of you.
oke, teman-teman bisa kontak aku untuk joining kelasnya, so you can contact me for more detail, and kita akan translate kelasnya juga ke bahasa Indonesia dengan 2 Zoom. Oke, dan kelasnya itu so amazing, dan fasilitator yang memfasilitasi kelas ini juga sangat sedikit dan membutuhkan sesuatu yang di-approve oleh Gary itu sendiri. Jadi kelas ini adalah benar-benar sangat spesial, dan Ryan jarang sekali bikin kelas untuk Indonesia, jadi saya nodong dia untuk bikin kelas X-Men. Dan welcome untuk teman-teman semua.
Okay.
So once again, thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you all of you
for us and everyone, Denny.
Thank you everyone for all the
Terima
thank
kasih.
you I received.
Thank you juga.
Thank you, Ryan.
Bye.
Dani.
Bye.
Ryan.
Good night.